Hello YouTube people, welcome to my nominations video of 2023. In this video I'm going to nominate some watches that I got this year. Those watches are not necessarily models made this year, those watches are just the watches that I got this year, so let's be clear about that. And everything I'm about to say is just my personal opinion, my personal experience, so feel free to disagree down below in the comments. I'm gonna make just 5 nominations, in no particular order. The coolest watch that I got this year, the best value for money, the prettiest watch, the most attention grabbing watch, and what is the best watch for me personally that I got this year. And each nomination is gonna have a random number of contenders. So let's just have some fun. The first nomination, the coolest watch in my opinion that I got this year. 4 nominees. So first contender is Casio LF20W, because it's a very pretty watch, very comfortable, very functional, yet somehow it has a very cool character. Nominee number 2 is rather old model. It's Orient Ray 2 with the black dial. I think it is one of the coolest watches of all times in general. It looks just amazing. You should see that watch in person if you never did. It looks just so cool. And nominee number 3 is Casio A1100, because in my opinion the coolness is the only selling factor for that watch, because it's not a good value for money, it's not a well-made watch, but people buy it because it looks very cool. And nominee number 4 is a G-Shock 5610U, the new version. I think it is one of the coolest G-Shocks of all times. It looks cool, it looks nice, and it has a very high street credit. People respect that watch. So the winner is, what in my opinion is the coolest watch that I got this year, is Casio A1100 because that watch looks like something out of Star Wars movie, looks like something out of sci-fi movie, out of alien movie. It's just amazing. I think it is very beautiful and a very cool looking watch. So this is the winner of a coolest watch 2023. What is, in my opinion, the most attention-grabbing watch that I got this year? Is it a Boltony chronograph with brown dial? You know, on paper it sounds like a watch with brown dial and I'm gonna look nice, but in real life it looks just amazing. It's such an attention-grabbing watch. Now contender number 2 is Citizen ProMaster with green dial. That green dial with white indexes and white chaptering, it looks so pretty. It's such a pretty watch and it's big. It has this kind of very impressive form factor that's quite an attention-grabbing watch. Now third contender is Siga Design Blue Planet. Well, do I even need to say anything about that watch? It's obviously crazy attention-grabbing watch. Now contender number 4 is Adidas Dive AD2117 with 3-dimensional dial, and because of that 3-dimensional dial and this bare metal bezel, it's such an attention-grabbing watch. It's very pretty, it's very tastefully done, it really catches an eye. And the last contender is from Siga Design once again, Siga Design Z Series Black Skeletonized watch. Well, in pictures, in videos, I know many people don't like fully skeletonized watches, but that watch in person is actually a nice watch. You know, you wouldn't expect that, but you put that watch on the wrist, look at the mirror, and oh man, that's a cool looking watch. That's a very attention-grabbing watch, so very strong contender. But the winner is rather obvious, I believe. Siga Design Blue Planet. Oh my god, everyone who saw this watch on my wrist had to look at this watch up close, had to touch it, had to ask million questions about that watch, and everybody had opinion about that watch, rather good or bad, but it's very polarizing, it's very attention-grabbing watch, and it's rather nice. You know, you might think that, oh, such a huge attention-grabbing watch, it's gonna be a little bit over the board, over the line. but it's tastefully done. It's actually a pretty thing to look at. So congratulations Siga Design for the most attention-grabbing watch of this year. Third nomination, what is, in my opinion, the best value for money watch that I got this year. 6 potential contenders for this nomination. So first contender is Cadisen C8220 with blue dial, because that watch just looks incredible. It is a spec monster, it is very well built, and it usually costs less than 100 euros. So next contender is Steel Dive SD1953, because that watch is also such a spec monster and it usually costs less than 100 euros, and it is a very well built watch. Now third contender is gonna be a little bit surprising, I believe. It's a Casio MQ27 plastic watch that costs around 20 euros, huh? Well, that watch gives so much fun, so much joy. It looks so sophisticated. Only after trying this watch out you will understand me. That value for money in terms of a fun factor is crazy. Very strong contender, by the way, in my personal opinion. Now contender number 4 is Adidas Dive MY050S, the black one, because for around 30 euros, what this watch usually costs, I think that's a lot of watch for the money. And it has very good lume, and it has no sharp edges. It's actually well built watch. The only complaint about the watch was only that the bezel feels a little bit cheap, but for around this price point, that's a lot of watch for the money. Now fifth contender is also from Adidas Dive. It's that Adidas Dive diver watch with 3-dimensional dial. Also quite a spec monster, well built watch. It looks amazing and it usually costs less than 100 euros. Now the last contender is Boderi Voyager, because it's a titanium watch for less than 100 euros. So the winner is, I believe, is also rather obvious. It's a Boderi Voyager. So congratulations Boderi, you made the best value watch for money that I got this year, in my opinion, of course, because it's such a specification monster. You know, it has sapphire crystal, screw down crown, 100 meters water resistance, NH35A movement. Costs like other contenders as well, less than 100 euros. But on top of that, it's made of titanium. It's just unbelievable. So congratulations Boderi. What is, for me, the most beautiful watch that I got this year? So 7 contenders. First contender, Boltoni 1926, because it looks simply amazing. Now second contender is a little bit controversial. I know that you love to hate this watch, but for me it's a pretty watch. Tissot PRX 35mm ice blue dial. I think it looks amazing, especially that shiny bracelet. It's a beautiful watch. Now contender number 3 is Pagani Design PD 1775, which is, in my opinion, the most beautiful watch Pagani Design has ever made. Now contender number 4 is Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical, because it's a very pretty watch and it's very lovely as well. Now contender number 5 is Adidas Dive Diver with 3-dimensional dial, again, because it looks amazing. It's very tastefully done, and that 3-dimensional dial makes that watch look just so alive. It's such a pretty watch. And contender number 6 is Cadisen C8220, because that blue dial is very, very beautiful. And contender number 7 is probably a little bit surprising. It's Casio MQ27. Well, it's down to a personal preference, but for me that is a very, very beautiful, very lovely watch. Now the winner is, it was a little bit difficult to decide, but for me the winner is Boltoni 1926. This watch is simply unbelievable. It looks just spectacular. It doesn't look lovely, I would say, but it's such a fancy looking watch. Fancy, beautiful, attention grabbing, wonderful watch. So congratulations Boltoni for making the best looking watch that I got this year. And the last nomination, what is the best watch for me that I got this year? Only 3 contenders. First one is G-Shock 5610U, because it's the most obvious choice for this kind of nomination. Contender number 2 is Casio LF20W, because it looks lovely, beautiful, it is very versatile, very comfortable, and it is very functional. Contender number 3 is Casio, of course, Casio MRW200H, because that is the watch that I have worn 90% of the time throughout the whole summer. That watch has proven itself to me. So the winner is MRW200H, because that watch has proven itself to me. It is just such a lovely watch. It has such a clear display. It's unbelievable. That acrylic crystal it's like it's not even there. It has almost 0 reflections sometimes. Those numbers are so easy to see. It has day and date complications, which I love to have on the watch. Timing bezel. It is very lightweight watch, very comfortable. I absolutely love that watch. Those were my nominations for 2023. I know that many of you will disagree with certain nominations, so feel free to express your opinion in the comments. You know, I'm pretty active in the comments. I love to read your comments. I love to see your opinion on certain things. So let's have a little chat if you disagree with me. And this is the last video that I make in 2023, and the year was great. And using this opportunity that this is the last video and the year is ending, I would like to wish you the best year possible, the best year possible, dragon year. Just think about it, so crazy, dragon year. So I wish you the best possible dragon year. Have a beautiful year. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and nice upcoming year. Goodbye.